Hey, we're back. We're live. I'm Jay Fidell. This is ThinkTech, and it's the 1 o'clock block here in a given Wednesday. And we are so happy to be talking about homelessness with people who care so passionately about the homeless. And our guests today are Blanche and Wayleen McMillan. Blanche is the CEO of Hui Mahi Ai Aina, and Wayleen is the president. And they are mother and daughter. They work together all day on this. We want to find out why and what they do and what effect it has on the community. Welcome, Blanche and Wayleen. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
So I always have my friend Alexa to help me, and I'm going to ask Alexa a question. Alexa, what is homelessness?
According to Wikipedia, homelessness is lacking stable and appropriate housing. People can be categorized as homeless if they are living on the streets, moving between temporary shelters, including houses of friends, family and emergency accommodation, living in private boarding houses without a private bathroom or security of tenure.
That's a short definition from Wikipedia, but we want to explore that further. So the first thing is, what is Hui Mahi Ai Aina? What is it? You're the CEO, Blanche, so you tell us.
Actually, it's Hui Mahi Ai means it's farming. It's farming, but I put it together as one big ohana that works together on the farm. So that's
on the farm. So this is the special. This is the special sauce then.
Yes.
You know, there are literally hundreds of organizations in Hawaii that address homelessness, hundreds of them, and they come from all sizes and shapes. But this is different. I think this is probably, am I right to say that this is the only homeless organization that is grounded in farming? Is it true?
That is true.
Oh, good for you guys.
Yeah.
So, so you're the president, Wayleen. My next question is to you. So why are you guys doing this? How did you get into this? Would you wake up one morning and say, gee, I think my life would be better if I help people who are homeless in farming? But how did that start?
Well, my mom's father and mom actually had taken people off of the road, criminals, homeless, and bring them here into their land to feed them and clothe them, bathe them, whatever they needed to be done. And my mom decided to fulfill my grandfather's vision. So her vision one morning, God woke her up and said, bring home the people. And she sure did.
So where's the farm?
Right behind my mom's house. It's
Which
actually
is where?
Right behind like a backyard in Waimanalo.
Waimanalo. Okay.
Yes.
And how many people are in the program these days?
Right now we have 42.
42.
Yes.
Okay. And how much of that group is Native Hawaiian?
Oh, all of them.
All of them.
99% of them. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you guys, I mean, are you experts in farming? Are you farmers? Do you till the soil? Is this something where you connect with the land?
Yes, actually this land I grew up on. That was our playground. We did everything in the back here. And so we did all back things on, backdoor things on farming. So I took that and I took it in the back to teach our people that material. And that's what we did. And today we have our farm. Yes.
And on the farm, Wayleen, what do you grow?
We grow bananas, avocados, sweet potato. We have kalo. We have mountain apple. We have all kinds of, we even also have an aquaponics.
Oh, no kidding. Good for you. High tech, eh? That's great. So, okay, well, this is a very diversified crop offering. That's pretty good.
Yes.
So what happens to it?
Well, we're hoping to do self-sustainable, where we feed our people back here. And
so you're the people who grow those, those crops are eating those crops. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes.
You're not down to the market selling them or anything.
No.
No. So you're right. So that's totally sustainable. And I'm making a guess here, but the people who are in the program live on the farm, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's fabulous. So what kinds of, technology, what kind of farming know-how do you teach them? Because this is, could be a career. I mean, farming is a career and should be. We should have a lot of farmers. We should, revitalize farming in Hawaii, diversified agriculture. So what do you teach them and how do you teach them? Tell me. You go first on this one, Blanche.
Okay, what I do, I normally tell them, you have to love the land, the Aina, to do something on the Aina. So everything you touch comes from you in the inner part. And so that's why each time when they touch a plant, they're putting it into the earth. And they know that it's going to grow because they put it from the bottom of their heart into the ground. And so that's how we've been teaching them. And then each day we want them to check on their plants, how their plants are doing, and talk to your plants. That's what we do. Talk to our plants. That's how they grow big.
No, I've heard that from a lot of people, really, a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah. What do they
Yeah.
say to the plants?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do they say?
They always talk to, well, they came from a long way. And, they have a lot of things to talk to, especially when they're really sad. And I said, go and talk to your plants. The plant will answer you. And it comes, in the wind, the breeze, and it does, and it talks to them.
And the plant never argues with them. It never
No.
criticizes them. It's always nice to them. It's
Yeah.
true. It's like my puppy, same thing. So, okay, so they're out there. Do they work hard? I mean, you said something that really interested me. They kind of adopt maybe part of the farm or a certain crop that you're growing on the farm, and they become specialized. Is that what happens?
Yes. Yes.
So for example, you talked about bananas. So there'll be somebody or maybe a few people who are specializing in growing bananas, and
Yes.
they know how to do that, and they do what they can to make good bananas.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
They take care, they water, they put fertilizer on, but we have everything all set for them to put and take care of their the plants.
Okay.
And we don't have professionals here. We just do it the way we did it in the olden days. Yeah.
That's great. It's great.
Yes.
It's great. Beautiful, because you're teaching them something else too.
Right.
You're teaching them to, live the simple life,
Yes.
to connect. Now, can they connect with each other? Do you create meetings and functions and
Yes.
events where they get to know each other? Tell us about that, would you, Wayleen?
Well, we actually have 14 churches that comes out here on our property and give us Bible study Sunday. We have all those where we have Kuka comes here and they can share what's in them and release it. We have a whole lot of function, a lot of we have every second Saturdays of the month we have like 100+ people come out here to
Wow.
clean out the farm and to meet the residents, which we call ohana now. There are now my older brothers and sisters now. They're part of our family, but yeah, we have a lot of functions going on here.
So they all know each other. They see each other as ohana.
Yes.
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 So that's great, but you have to have a limit. You said 42.
Yes.
Suppose 400 came around one day and said, "Hi Blanche, hi Wayleen, we'd like to join the farm. Could you take them? What's the qualification? Are you full up right now?"
Well, to be honest with you, we are trying, well, everything comes from the heart. We were just waiting for materials to come in so that we can build. We don't ask no one. I mean, people just come in. And once we do have the buildings here, I am going to bring in 400 people.
Okay. Would you call me up, please? We'll do another show.
Yes.
Okay, so the produce that you grow, they eat. Who prepares it? Who cooks it?
The residents. So women, we actually have a schedule where women takes care of the cooking, the bathrooms, and the day security. And then at night we have men's security, and the men's take care of the rubbish around the property. But pretty much the women takes care of the cooking.
Okay, specialization of labor, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so everybody has a job, though. There's nobody in the program that doesn't have something to do. They all have
Yes.
something to do. Yeah,
Yes.
That's the price of admission, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now on the table, we have these crops that you guys grew that everybody, specialized in, and they present. It's a beautiful idea. They present their contribution, what they grew to the group, to the table. So I am the banana man. Here are my bananas. I did this for you guys, all right? So the question is, can you live on fruits and vegetables alone? Or do you need meat? Do you need, something for protein, something else? And what do you use for that? Where do you get that?
Honestly, well, what we do is the people that lives here, they go ahead and they buy the meat themselves for everybody here. So that's how we get our proteins is from the residents that's living, our ohana that lives here that buys the meat.
So they buy it for the group,
Yes.
and they buy it with whatever money they have.
Yes.
Cool. Do you have children on the farm?
Yes, we have 4.
What took you so long to answer that?
Because we want more.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's so the kids participate also.
Yes.
Oh, what a great learning experience! They must be having a nice time. Yes.
Yeah.
So you have a program such as other homeless organizations do, where you are grooming, training to graduate your people in the program and to get them to go outside and get a home, or leave you. I mean, as much as they get all the sustenance from you, at some point, I suppose, you want them to leave you. How does that work in the Hui?
Actually, we had 80 people at the first beginning, in 1 year, but just recently we have a transition place called Weinberg, and they transition our people to them. So we took 20 of our 80 people to them, and they're there right now. And so the other rest we have here. And what we did, we made sure that they're well taken care of. We work with IHS, Waimanalo Health Center. We have 5 senior citizens here. The oldest we have is 85 years old. The youngest of the senior citizen is 65 years old. So actually, the seniors, I keep them with me because I want them to stay and be safe with me. So the rest I'll take. And then the rest, then we had a couple of kids. We had about 3 sets of family that had kids. We took them on a transition area. So right now, that's where they're at.
Oh, good. So there's a dynamic.
Yes.
Things change for them. So what in order to run this, you have to have a certain amount of money coming in. I guess you're a nonprofit, and I guess you're out there looking for funding. Tell me about that. Which one of you guys wants to talk about that? Okay.
Okay, I'll answer that for you. Actually, because we have electric, water, we have what else we have? We have propane tanks, we have diesel generators. Actually, it comes out to a total, we call that the program fee. It's not a rent, it's a program fee. It's $100 every month. That's how much they all chip in. And that pays for every utilities, things that we need is paid off.
Everything.
Yes, I mean, but their food, because they didn't come here with food stamp, whatever, we got them help. So we took them to Waimanalo Health Center to get medical and food stamp, and that's what they have, and that's how they and then they go out and buy $50 worth of food for everybody. They put it together in the freezer and in the reefer, and everybody share when they're ready to cook. Everybody cooks 2 at a time.
So you're economically sustainable from the contributions that the people in the program make to you,
Yes.
by cash and by food. That's
Yes.
What about outside? Do you have charitable organizations, philanthropic organizations who make grants and contributions to you to help you out?
Well, the first one that we had was Castle Medical Center. It was the Castle Medical Center 7 Days Advantage that donated the kitchen. So we built the kitchen. Our people built the kitchen. So that was covered. The next one we had was Honolulu Foundation. That's another one who did the farming, helped us with
With the
farming.
Honolulu Community Foundation, is that?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. That's great. So, I mean, really, it's a very worthy effort what you're doing, and it's as you mentioned, it's quite unique
Yeah.
and nourishing. You know. Well, let me ask you about the problems. I mean, you mentioned, for example, that the men sometimes do security. So I'd like to know what the challenges are for you that you have to watch out for, that you lose a little sleep. This one's for you, Wayleen. You know, what do you worry about at 2 o'clock in the morning at the Hui?
That people's coming in here. Well,
We have radio.
we actually have walkie-talkies, so that's how we communicate with them at night and during the day.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just people trespassing, or the coupon is getting sick, or someone back there getting sick in the middle of the night. But other than that, that's the only thing that we have that we
Ever
worry.
have issues with with the crops where the crops don't make it for one reason or another?
No, we don't have that. We don't have
And what about things like a heavy rainstorm, windstorm, natural disaster types of things? I mean, why not is not exempt from that? Could happen.
Actually, there was that we had a bad weather all this like months ago, like last year, and then this year, the beginning of this year. So we lost like 15 tents. Um, that's the only thing that we would get problem with, is just the wind here, the rain. But other than that, everybody is safe here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's great. What do you do if they get sick? You take them to the health center.
Oh yeah,
That
I personally
and-
take them.
you're the ambulance and medical driver person.
But if it's critical, we call 911.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
yes.
So you guys are full time. Do you live on the property or nearby?
Nearby.
Yes, we live right
Nearby.
in front of the.
Yes.
Oh, this is behind your house. You
Yes.
mentioned
that
that.
is correct.
Okay, and so you can be right there to attend to anything that needs attention.
Yes.
Yeah. So where is this going? I mean, is it a nonprofit organization? What's the shape of it as an organization? Is it a corporation or what?
It's a nonprofit,
Yeah.
but actually, what we're really waiting for, because it's the DLNR land
Yeah.
and it's a flood zone, we
Yeah.
are doing everything ourselves. It's not the DLNR doing everything, but they're getting pissed off with us because they didn't want the homeless to come here. They didn't want this and that to do. But I told them, I born and raised here. I haven't seen you guys in the back here. Now, when I do something for the people, is that the time for you guys to grumble? That's the wrong time. Without no question asked, I just brought them in.
Yeah. So they listen to you, of course.
Yes.
So where is it going? I mean, you said you're working for 400. I know you'll do that. But what are the metrics on making it bigger, better, whatever? What do you see in the future? I mean, everything changes, right? Life changes.
Yes.
People
Yes.
change. What do you see changing?
Well, I see that I will bring home that much of people, but if they want to go on their own, I'll just let them go because I won't hold them back.
Mhm.
And when I first started this, I wanted to show them love, and that was the most important thing. Homeless is a people that needs loving. They want hug. They want a family because they haven't been with a family for 25 years.
Wow.
And this is the kind of homeless that we have. Now today, they have all of that. And now they don't want to go because Auntie spoils them.
Well, this really sounds like the good old days, living
Yes.
together and growing things together.
Right.
The aha pu'a is what it is.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So,
And
so
that's
it strikes me that you may be unique now, in the sense that you're the only agricultural homeless organization that we know of. But it strikes me that what you're doing is creating a model that could be used elsewhere in
that is
similar
correct. That's what I
circumstances.
want. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
how
that's
will
what
we
I want to
achieve
show the
that,
rest-
Blanche?
Yes,
How will
I
we
want to
get
show other community what
Yeah.
we can do, and I'm pretty sure all of them can do the same thing what I do. We need to help the homeless. Yes.
Yeah, it's the perfect way of helping them.
Yeah.
It's returning to the Aina. It's returning to the social engagement that you create. It's giving them something to do, instead of sitting around. It's giving them love. It's
Yeah.
giving them love. Wow. I mean, where can I sign up?
I tell everybody, just come down and join us.
Well, sometime if people don't mind, we could come down with a camera
Yes,
Yes.
and take a
yes,
picture of what you're doing, and
Of
you can
course,
teach us things.
please come down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if there was a model that could be, redone, I mean, propagated to other areas in the state, where would it go? Would it go all islands? Would it go?
Yes, all over the Hawaiian Islands. I want to take this project
Yeah.
and show
How-
people.
How are you going to do that?
Churches.
Ah, there you go. Thank you. Good
That's
answer.
the answer. If you believe in the Lord, the answer is churches.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. So you can always find churches, and
Yes.
you can always find churches that will help you, because this
Yes.
is their job to help you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's what it is.
So, Wayleen, you're
Yes.
I assume you're somewhat younger than your mother, right?
Yes.
How? I mean, I also assume that Blanche is going to do this forever.
Yes.
Am I right about that? What about you, Wayleen? You're going to do it forever also?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to stay there. It's a beautiful family thing. You can work together. Yeah. So tell me, how about the love thing? I think that's fascinating and fabulous. But sometimes you run into people, you heard it here on ThinkTech. Sometimes you run into people where it's really hard to love them. And you have to be a real professional. So how do you handle those people?
And what I normally do, if they're really out of hand, I normally put them on the side. We go talk story because I have a golf cart with me. I put them on the cart with me, and then we talk story. I say, you know what? I love you. I love you very much. You are my daughter, and you will always be my daughter because I brought you here. And I will always help you whenever you fall. I will grab you and I'll make you stand up and be strong and show people that you are strong. You're not weak because you lost your weakness when you were out there. Today, you are showing people how strong you are and how God gonna protect you. And that's what I did. I brought the churches here to make them find God again in their heart. And that's what I'm doing right now. Every Sundays they all go to church. They give
good.
one day out of
The time.
their time.
Same church or different churches?
Oh, well, we have two different churches, but we have one church on Sundays.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
You take them down there?
Yes. No,
No, they're right here in the back.
Oh, it's right there. Okay, okay, very
Yes.
handy. Whole
Yes.
thing is one neighborhood community thing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm very impressed, you guys. You're really doing fabulous work. It's a combination of religion and belief and love and caring about fellow, and it's about culture, Native
Yes.
Hawaiian culture, and it's also about social work and psychology. I mean, you're real professionals. But do you do that too, Wayleen? Do you talk to people and tell them what they need to hear to be
Yeah.
happy?
Yes. What I really like about it is that I can just go by one and take them for a ride and just sit there and talk story with them and know what they've been through, and trying to put myself in their shoe and just to feel them and tell them that I love you. You're my brother, you're my sister now. Now you're my family. And getting to know them and telling them that every day, like we go in the morning, good morning, and we
Yeah.
leave them, we say we love you, we see you
Yes.
later. And same thing in the evening before we leave. Good night, we see you, love you.
It's really wonderful what you're doing, and I think it is something that can be, replicated elsewhere in the state. But what can't be replicated so easily, Blanche and Wayleen, is you guys. How are you going to find another mother-daughter combination that feels the same way, that has the same kind of experience and feeling about people? You know anybody? because you're gonna need to find somebody if you're gonna
Yes,
replicate the
right.
system.
You're right. You're right. And not only that, Jay, I run the food bank here.
Yeah.
I am one of the agents for the food bank company. And then plus I have a school for GED. I have 11 of our people don't have a diploma. And we're gonna have them receiving their diploma. Actually, they go to school next month and they'll be going. And once they done with their diploma, once they get the diploma, we're gonna have a graduation for all of them.
Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect.
And that
you
is
know,
the
and-
fact
and-
that I need to hear.
And when they leave, if they are successful in leaving and
Yes.
go, back to the home life with a home,
Yes.
it strikes me that maybe they do come back to see you
Yes.
and say, hi, Blanche, hi, Wayleen, I want to tell you how it's been. And I want to thank you for putting me on my feet. Does that happen?
Yes.
Yes.
We had some.
We
come
have a
back.
couple of them coming back. They want to come home.
Yeah, they want to come home. Maybe they like to have some of the bananas, who knows? Well, thank you, Blanche. Thank you, Wayleen.
You are
This
very
is a
welcome.
great discussion. I think everybody should appreciate what you're doing. It's not only for, the people in your group and the people who will be in your group, and for you as individuals. What you're doing is for the whole community, not only the Native Hawaiian community, but everybody.
Everyone.
And so
Yes.
the nourishment that you give is just fabulous. And thank you so much for joining us today on the show.
You are
Thank you
very
for having
welcome.
us.
Thank you so much, Jay. Mahalo for everything.
Mahalo. Aloha. Take
Aloha.
care.